Hello, everybody. This is Kieran McGoldrick, and today I will be talking about nicotine addiction. All right, so first, a little background on addiction. I'm pretty sure everyone has known or may know of someone in their life who is addicted to something. And addiction is not only just substances such as drugs, it could also be like food or working out, sex, whatever. But that leads to a physical and mental dependence of just one action over and over again, which will also lead to a substance tolerance and withdrawals when not having that substance or action. All right, so prevalence in youth. One question I would like to ask is, can you imagine a 13-year-old kid vaping nicotine consistently? Maybe think of like a sweet, innocent cousin you may have hitting the bathroom to hit some nicotine. Now, it may sound funny in that question, but it is a very, very serious problem in America, as many, many children are vaping. And I will show this graph right here talking about the percentages of kids who are vaping. Eighth graders, 17.6% have said they have vaped in the past year, 32.3% of 10th graders, and 37.3% of 12th graders, not even considering ninth and 11th graders, but that is a lot of kids who are under the legal age in many, many areas to actually be using these products. And a percentage of total e-cigarette users in 8th graders is 9.5%, 14.10% of 10th graders, and 16.2% of 12th graders. And 39.7% of all e-cigarette users are either 18 years or younger, which is under the legal age, and that is the percentage of all users. Now, e-cigarette advertisement. This is one of the reasons why it is so accessible to minors and so impressionable on people who should not be using it. And it's just found everywhere, meaning it has become very, very popular in society. And like e-cigarette advertisement can be found anywhere on the internet. You can walk down the street, probably see a billboard, you see some vape shops, and it is easily accessible by children, in that some vape shops may not even ask for ID. There is very little monitoring in the actual ads and where those ads are shown. So it is very easy for children and other people to find these e-cigarettes. And getting into the actual addiction and reward loop of nicotine starts with those cues. And maybe in a kid, it may be like seeing an older person doing that, seeing one of those billboards and being like, maybe that's a cool thing to try. Maybe I'll be cool if I try that out. Or in some people who are actually getting over certain things in their life, maybe going through some stress, they'll have that craving. They'll think, man, I should use some nicotine right now. They get into that cigarette smoking. And in this case, it can be interchangeable with vaping. It basically the same thing when considering the nicotine. Then you get that nicotine spike from smoking, which will then lift your mood. It will increase blood flow. It will thin the blood vessels, activate some of those chemicals, and release dopamine and other neurotransmitters, which will increase pleasure, mood modulation, which will in turn come to classical conditioning, which will get into the loop of seeing those cues and instantly thinking of smoking and wanting to continue this circle. And also some side effects of nicotine, all bad things. There is nothing good that comes out of these nicotine addictions, unless you are someone who has smoked cigarettes in the past and wishes to get over that. It is a healthier alternative. While not completely healthy, it is still bad for you, but definitely better than smoking cigarettes, which was proven by the Surgeon General. And this is my works cited. My scientific journal is Nicotine Addiction by New England Journal of Medicine. The author was Benowitz, 2010. Then my other three are just other documents I found. Thank you for listening.